Hello guys, welcome back to the video. In today's video, it's all about how to make a gospel beat in FL Studio. So guys, let's dive in and get started. So what I'm gonna do right now is to play it. Alright, so let's take a listen.
Coming on the clouds, kings and kingdoms will bow down, and every chain will break as broken hearts declare His praise. Who can stop the Lord Almighty? And our God is the Lion of Judah. His
So guys, as you've listened to it, so at the end of the video, I'm going to play the entire beat, alright? But right now, I'm just going to show you guys how I could do this. Now, the idea of this video is to show you guys the instrument that I used to create this beat, okay? At the same time, actually, this is a beat that has been processed already. What I did actually is just to redo the entire beat, alright? And then what I did actually is to use or the me to convert the vocal, all right? So I'm not the one that made the vocal. I just convert the vocal and then I use it for this beat, all right? This the beat has been created before, all right? I love the song, so I just have to redo my own brand, okay? So that's the concept, all right? Of course, that's how you improve yourself. You take you know, those professional songs, professional beat, you know, you pick any of your favorites and then you remake the beat. Literally, that's what I did. And the idea of this video is just to share with you how I could, you know, do this, achieve this in FL Studio. All right. And most importantly, if you're a beginner, you can learn one or two things. All right. Make sure you stay tuned. All right. I'm going to share some tips and tricks. So let's start with this guy. So what I did actually is just to convert it to an audio clip. Okay. So that we can give room for our RAM. So the idea is just to convert the main stuff, all right, to an audio file so that I can give room for my what's it called, RAM, okay? But then let's take a listen. So we're gonna start with this one, okay? So we have the strings. So, you know, from the beginning, and then we have this guy, all right? So the instrument that of course we have this one. I'm just going to enable the instrument right now so that you guys can take a listen. So I'm going to enable this one. This is the first what we have here, all right, which is the strings. So as you can see it, what we have here is what we have here, okay? I just extract it out so that I can give room for my RAM, okay? So I'm going to mute that. Then we move to the next one, which is this guy. The same, you know, the same process, just to create the basic let me show you guys, you know, the same process. All right, then having said that, we move to this one. So I'm just going to mute this one so that we can have space, okay? And then we move to the next one. The most important of this song is the intro, which is this guy. So for the intro, I think they did something like this. I'm just going to enable this back. So we have something like this for the intro. All right, so it's as simple as that. Let me just disable this one so that you guys can hear it properly. And then I'm just gonna enable, you know, we are using 180 BPM. Okay, let's take a listen. So literally that's the, the foundation of the song. All right. That's the foundation of the song. And then from there you begin to build on it. Okay. So, having said that, I'm just going to mute this one. Okay. Let's go to this one, which is the next one. Very simple. But the idea is just to copy what we have here and duplicate here. All right. So literally I use about 3 instruments. I'm going to share with you the instrument that I use for all the beats. Stay with me, but let's start in process. Okay. So what I did actually is this is the main thing. This is the beginning of the song. All right. I haven't created this one. So I copied it and then I duplicate it here. Okay. On another instrument. So guys, I did the same thing here as well. All right. I duplicate what we have here to this guy as well. Okay. Let's take a listen. This one is panned to the right. You can see it. It should be like this by panning to the right. Okay. So that's the idea. Of course, so guys, as you can see, literally, is still the same thing, just to copy everything here, all right? But of course, I extract it out, okay? So that's the idea. I'm just going to mute it right now. So I extract it out. Let's take a listen. So as you've listened to it, you've heard it. So literally that's that. So when you enable 3 of them, it will sound like this. All right, so I wouldn't say that. Now you realize that here as well, we have another vibe, which is this one. Okay, so here we have another vibes. Let me just play it. Just to play that, and then I duplicate it in all of I duplicate it here, I duplicate it here, I duplicate it here. All right, so and then here too we have this one. The same thing. All right, what I have here, I copied what you have here and duplicated it with another instrument just to bring that vibes that I want. Okay, so I try as much as possible to make everything accurate. Okay, but what I now later do is just to to change some things up a little bit so that I don't get copyright strike, right? Because everything looks accurate. All right, so I had to change the drum pattern. I had to change some of the melodies, all right, and the bass pattern. I had to change some of them, all right, so that everything is 100% accurate. That way, I don't get flagged on YouTube, all right. So I try as much as possible to make it my own version, okay. But of course, almost 70% of the original beat, and I now added some little stuff to it. And as you can see it, like the vocal now, I don't sing it. So what I did for the vocal is just to, extract the original vocal. I extracted it and then I take it to a website called, Udemy. And then from that website, I could, remove the vocal and replace it with another artist. Okay. So that's that. You're still going to listen to the entire bit. All right. But let's proceed. So the idea is just to be creative. Little touch, everything becomes one. Okay. So I haven't said that. So by the time we play 3 of them now, from here, look at it. Very simple, all right? Everything is going on smoothly, okay? You realize that everything is in segments. All the patterns, you see that this one is different from this one, is different from this one, is different from this one, all right? We have 3 instruments, this is one instrument, another instrument to create this one, another instrument to create this one. All right, then after that, when you group 3 of them and then you mix it a little bit, everything now it will not look as if you're using one instrument. All right, so that's the concept. So stay with me. Of course, this is a full song now that we've just make. All right, so that we've just make. Let's proceed. So next is to add this guy, but then what we have here is what we have here. I've extracted it out, but let's take a listen. So then we have this guy as well, just to play something unique here. Let's take a listen. Okay, I'm just going to enable the instrument. Still the same thing what we have here. Okay, I haven't said that. So literally that's that. Then we proceed, we move to this one. All right, so this one, this is the instrument. All right, let's take a listen. It's still the same instrument. All right, so I didn't extract this one. I think I forgot to extract it. Where are you? Yeah, that's it. So literally what I normally do, let me just show you guys the way I normally do it. Stay with me. So let's see this one now. I'm just going to duplicate it. All right, I will mute this one, enable this one, and then I will now say Ctrl G on the keyboard to group them. All right, then I will open it, and then you right click here. You want to say render and replace. All right, so that way it's going to render what we have there and replace it. Okay, so you want to make sure that you click next, and that's it. Stay with me. I'm sure you will learn some new tips. All right, so that is done. So as you can see it right now, so what we have here right now is right here. So what I'm going to do right now is just to come here and say, okay, since this is on 20, insert 20 in my mixer, I go to my mixer, that's number 20. So what I'm going to do right now is just come here and carry this one to 20. All right, literally that's how I do it. You have it there right now, as you can see it. So literally that's that. So now I'm just gonna mute this one right now. I think I forgot to. So literally, so what I have here is still the same thing we have here. Literally that's the concept. Okay, it's still the same thing. All right, so literally that's the idea, and then I'm just gonna bring it here as well and mute this one since it's the same thing. All right, yeah, since they're the same thing. So I haven't said that. So I hope that you get the concept. All right, so literally that's that. All right, so by the time you play like all this one now, let's take a listen, see what will happen. So I'm just gonna, because I've gained stage here a little bit. All right, let's take a listen. So as you can see now, as you've listened to it, I just play few of them. All right, let's proceed. And as you can see, it's quite low. All right, because I have gained stage here. This is it. Let me show you guys. You see it? I remove -5 dB. All right, stay with me. So because of now I'm going to disable it so that you guys can listen to it individually. All right, so that's that. Then we have this one, just to literally remember what we have here. Just what I did right now is what I did here. Okay, I'm still going to show you guys the instrument. Stay with me. All right, so the song commences from here. Let's take a listen again. So literally that's that. All right, and then that's the basic melody that they play in that aspect. And then remember, it's still the same thing. All right, since it's the same thing, I just group all of them here. We have it here almost up to this point. All right, so the next thing is to have this one, which is the bass. All right, we have the bass. I'm just going to enable the bass right now so that you guys can take a listen. Let me show you guys what I played here. and then I'm gonna disable this one so that you guys can hear it very well. No, disable it, because if I enable it, I've again stage. So let's take a listen. You know, so literally that's what I played there. I'm going to disable it again. Remember, of course, I've explained the reason why I'm doing this. Okay, so literally that's what I played here. So now I extracted it out. This is it. So all the bass, like from here to here is the bass. So I bring everything out. I group it, and then you can see it merge. All right, after merged it, and then we can now hear the vibe. Let's take a listen. Okay, let me play the bass and the intro together. So guys, as you listen to it, that's the concept, okay? And then from there, we move to the drums, okay? So like what I did here is still the same thing I do in this aspect. But the idea of this one now is to start, so literally what I did is just to create the drums, all right? The drums, and then, mix it, all right? Everything has been mixed but not mastered yet, all right? So like all the extracted one, I mix it, then I convert it. I mix it, I convert it, okay? So like, let me show you guys. I mix it, then after exporting it, I will not delete the plugin, okay? After, like this one now, I've mixed it already. Then after mixing, I delete the plugins, okay? It's just few of them that I just leave the plugins because they are not taking much of my CPU, okay, of my RAM, okay? So let's take a listen now. This is the kick, this is the drum together. Let me just play a few of them so that you can listen how everything is going, all right? See that? Very simple. All right, so by the time I had this one as well, let's start from here. These are the vocals.
Coming on the clouds, is coming on the clouds. Kings and kingdoms will bow down.
Now you can see it's picking red because I didn't gain stage. I'm showing you guys something, right? So let me enable this one right now. You see that everything is balanced. It's not low, all right? It's not low now, okay? Because I've removed like 5 dB. As you can see right now, it's much better.
Coming on the clouds, is coming on the clouds. Kings and kingdoms will bow down.
You see that from this aspect, I change it a little bit, you know. From here, you hear, you know. You just have to be creative, you know. I really love this, you know, the process, you know, at least. You can see that just to create that vibes, you know. Let me enable this one so that you can hear it very well. Disable this one so that you can hear it very well. You know, that's the concept, and the same thing here as well. Like this one, the same thing here. And then the same thing here. Of course, you guys remember. So by the time you play 3 of them, so guys, you can literally, you can see it right now that we have 3 plugins, all right, 3 instruments entirely, but the same melody, okay, just to bring uniqueness. By the time you now group them, it will look as if it's the same instrument, all right. So that's it. You can literally mix instruments together and achieve excellent results, all right. So literally that's the concept, what they have there. And then we have this one, you know, go back to that, the one I showed you guys earlier, go back to that one. So literally that's what we have in the entire beat, and just, you know, arrange it according to the song, and, you know, change some vibes a little bit, like this one right now. Like here now, I play something, look at it. Now this is where I want to, you know, move to the main song, all right. And you can see it, we have the chorus, you know, we have where the verse 1 comments and all that. You know, literally that's just the idea. That's how you create a full gospel beat, because right now this is a full song already, okay. That is how you create a full song, you know. Little, you see, I didn't do anything much, just to create those little touch and then group them together, all right. The same chord progression, you know, build little melodies inside the progression, and before you know it, everything becomes one, all right. Look at it here right now. You see that? Let me play it from here so that you know what I'm talking about. Look at it right now.
Who can stop the Lord Almighty?
You see that? Before, you know, it starts, I break everything down so that this part, the chorus part, I make sure that, you know, you feel it, all right. So you break it down, and then that's it. You know, literally it's just the arrangement, and then that's it. Before you know it, you're good to go. So I haven't said that. Literally that's the concept. And what else did I even had? I added this one, which is the, you know that. And then we have this one, the same thing. You know, it's still the same thing. What we have here is what we have here, all right. All right, it's still the same thing. So literally that's the concept, okay. And then we have this one, okay. I've not shown you guys this one. The same thing we have here, I just copied it here, I copied it here, you know. The same progression, all right. Just be creative, okay. All right. And then you can see it, I use Odemi to convert the vocal, and as you can see, you realize that the vocal is not as good as the original, all right. This one look added a little bit like auto-tune and something like that, but of course this is just a tutorial, all right. So I don't want to use the original song so that I don't get strike on YouTube, okay. So I just convert it, and then we can go with whatever what we have here, right. So the idea of the video is just for tutorial purpose. So literally that's that, and then so that's everything, all right. What I did is just to arrange it, and that's all. And the drums, I think I've played it. You know, that's everything, all right. I'm gonna play everything now so that you guys can take a listen, but before then, let me show you guys the instrument that I used. like this one right now, this one, this one. The instrument for this one is this guy, you know, it's a very good plugin. All right, and I use one of the presets, the piano. All right, so I'm going to disable this one right now. All right, and then like this one right now, I also use strings for the strings of the song, and I use single layer parts. All right, then I also use this guy, ampo guitar. All right, for that style. All right, so I use this one. All right, omnisphere. Okay, so and then I use pad strings, analog strings. Okay, I mean from pad plus strings I used this one. All right, many of them, I use a lot of plugins. I use this one as well, expand. Okay, and I use this guy, a lot of for the strings. Okay, just to complement with this guy. All right, and I use nylon guitar. All right, let's open it. All right, inside omnisphere there are a lot of presets inside omnisphere that you can use. Under guitars I use this guy, nylon guitars. Very nice stuff. All right, so literally that's what I use for the guitar in the music. All right, and then the same thing here, I use the same nylon guitar here. Let me just open it. As you can see, it's the same nylon guitar. All right, so and we have this guy, ampo guitar. All right, so I use this one for let me show you guys where I used it. Yeah, you see the name? I've named everything so that it doesn't give me a headache. Very nice nylon guitar, very rich. It's very rich. It's very rich and very nice. Okay, try as much as possible to get it. It's very rich and very nice. Okay, so that's what I used to create that one. And then I'm going to show you guys a few things here. All right, so literally that's the idea. All right, so I'm going to play the entire, so I'm going to enable the entire beat right now. I'm going to play it so that you can take a listen. And then here I did a little bit automation here, and I did this one for the strings. Before the song commences, I just play one note for the strings. Take a listen. You see, it's just fading. I'm going to show you guys something now. You see that? Let me show you guys. When I start, I just automate it a little bit so that it just fade in and fade out and come up again. All right, look at it. You see the wave? When it gets there, it goes down, and at the same time, all right, because I still play something here, so I don't want this one to affect what I have here, so I quickly automate it back. All right, so that's the concept. All right, so literally that's what we have there. And what do we have again that I've not shown you guys? Sorry if I don't show you guys all of them. There are a lot of stuff there, but I think I've showed you guys pretty everything. I think I've showed you guys everything. Yeah, everything is just, normally there's a way I normally do my stuff, but I normally arrange it very well, but because of I'm extracting, converting to audio clips, so I have to just make it group them so that it will be very easy for me to go through it and show you guys. All right, so literally that's everything, if I'm right. All right, so let's go to the mixer. Now you realize that we have the gate, everything is for the bass, everything is organized. We have the drums, this is for the kick, of course you can see the icon. This is for the piano, this is for the strings, the bass, we have the vocals. I just added a little bit reverb to the vocal. All right, yeah, and then 150 hertz, I take away 150 hertz. All right, and the key is about 2%. All right, just to make it a little bit better. And then I sidechained the vocal, all right, to this guy. Literally, this is what I did. Let me show you guys again. You come here, you right click, you see a sidechain to this track. All right, right click again, reset. All right, then make sure you reduce the volume. Let me show you guys. Let's play the vocal.
Is the lion,
Without reverb.
is the lion, the lion.
You see, he had some, there's a little bit auto-tune because of the site, but this is not for a project for a client. This one is just for a tutorial. All right, so I can just manage it.
Is the lion, the lion.
Now, if you want to know the website that I used, I just find it online. It's called Odeme. It's a good website. Now, the idea is, when you see any of your favorite song that you like, to remake the beats, right? Maybe like Nathaniel Bassey, all those top artists, Eben, Frank Edwards, many of them, and you like the beat, what you're going to do is just to, take the beat to the site, then you can now convert it, all right? You can even separate it from your DAW, all right? You can separate it, then having to separate it, all right? You extract the vocal, you export the vocal, and then take the vocal to the site, all right? So when you take the vocal to the site, you can now change the vocal to another AI, all right? It will just sing it for you, and you extract it. You cannot create your beats, because if you use your stuffs, you may get a copyright strike. So these are one of the ways you can improve to level up your production, all right, as a beginner. That way you get to know how they arrange their jobs, how they arrange their beats, and all that before you know it. So literally that's what sometimes I just do something like that, just to to know how they arrange the gospel song and whatsoever genres of music that you do. All right, if it is afro and all that, those people that sing afro, make sure that you extract their stuffs, and then you look at how they arrange their beat and all that. Then you apply the concept to your own production. Before you know it, you get to know a lot of things, and then most importantly, the plugins that are used and all that. You get to know the plugins, you get to know the arrangement, and before you know it, production becomes very easy for you. So literally that's that. And then we have the guitars, so you can see it. And what I did is just to copy all of them, highlight all of them, all right, and route to this guy. All right, so I did it intentionally so that I can control it here, at the same time control it here. All right, so before everything goes to this guy submix, and then this guy will now go to the master. All right, so that I can gain stage a little bit before I master it. All right, so if you look at this one now, I remove like 8 dB, all right, because after everything is very too loud. So I'm gonna play the entire beat right now, from beginning to the end, so that you guys can take a listen. Let me know what you guys think about this beat, if it's helpful. Okay, the idea is to show you guys the instrument that I used to create this beat, all right, and how I arranged it. That's the concept of this tutorial. All right, sometimes as a producer, you may be looking for the name of instrument that others artists used. I don't know. Sometimes you may be hearing them, but you may not know exact instrument that they used for their vocal, for their beats. All right. So with this one right now, you can, of course, you're aware of some of those instruments producers use for gospel beats. Okay. So that's the concept, and I hope that this video is helpful. All right. So I'm gonna play it right now. Of course, guys, if you know that you find this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to this page. So guys, literally that's it. You just have to be creative, all right? And that's it. I hope that this video is helpful. All right, until the next one, stay creative.